Hey, it's time to check with the Cherokee FFA as we celebrate the FFA this month. And Davin Booty. I get it right eventually. By the time we're just going to get Davin, is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
He's the vice president of the chapter because the president has the flu this week. And you know what? This is a small room, so it's probably just as well that we let him stay home. So, all right. So what's going on with you in the FFA?
Right now, we're dead center FFA week, so we're started with all those activities. But right now, I'm mainly focusing on my show pigs,
okay,
because that show season's really picking up right now. Local and county are a couple weeks away, so I'm priming them. And then public speaking, I'm big in public speaking, and so I'm getting that speech finalized, and then I'm going to start memorizing it before April, which is the region.
Now, I don't want to throw the curve, so I don't want to talk about this year's speech probably because of the contesting of it all. But what all speeches have you done in the past?
So I actually competed in the Creed my freshman year, which is when you compete in Creed, and I made it to the state and placed fourth. So that's probably my public speaking highlight in FFA is placing fourth, and I got to give it at the state FFA convention in the BOK arena. Very cool, very cool. Now, what year are you this year? I'm a junior.
You're a junior, so you still got another year. What did you say you're working on besides the speech? What else? Other projects?
Show pigs.
Show pigs. How many pigs do you have?
I got 3. I got all barrows.
Okay.
And I've got a hamp, a spot, and a Burke.
So you're going to be like doing one show and then instantly running back to the back and working on the next pig. You have people helping you out on this thing? Or?
Yeah. Okay. I have a very supportive group behind me, so I'm thankful for that.
Awesome. Davin, are you going to be the president of the chapter next year?
I don't know. We'll see.
Okay.
Time will tell.
All right. I guess we'll find out, right?
Yep.
Awesome. All right. Next up, going to meet the next member of the Cherokee FFA, and that's Jesse DeVore. Jesse, how are you?
I'm good.
Tell me, what are you involved in this year?
This year I am involved in CDEs, which are career development events. And honestly, that's pretty much it this year.
Then let's talk about the CDEs. What are you working on?
So I am in food science, and we had a competition at Tonkawa, and I placed 13th, which isn't bad because this is my first year doing CDs, so I'm pretty proud of myself.
Yeah, very cool.
To the top.
Yeah, that's absolutely fine with that. So now, what year are you this year?
I'm a sophomore.
You're a sophomore. So you got time.
Yeah.
You got time. How long have you been in the FFA?
I have been in the FFA for 3 years.
Okay. So you got a few more years to go. And what is your office this year?
I am currently the secretary.
Excellent. So what's the secretary do in the FFA?
The secretary takes reports, makes sure that the records are good, and
does secretary
takes
stuff.
Minutes of the meetings.
Yeah. All right. Very cool. Are you having fun with the FFA so far?
Yes.
What's it? I talked to you all because I know what it's like being in a smaller school and doing the FFA. It's not the only thing that you do. When you're in a small school, you got like a gazillion things going on, right?
Yes.
Like, what all else are you involved in this year?
I am involved in, honestly, mainly I'm focusing on ag this year.
Okay. Good enough answer. In Cherokee, that's not a bad thing to do.
No.
All right. I appreciate you, Jesse. And we'll see you back here when you're a junior, okay?
Okay.
Next year? All right. Next up, we're going to meet Madeline Smallwood. Madeline, how are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. And you're a senior this year, right?
Yes.
All right. We're going to talk about that in a minute. What are you doing this year in the FFA?
I show pigs as well, and I'm showing a sheep, and I also do vet science CDEs.
Excellent. What's the CDE and vet science all about?
Vet science CDE is where we have to take a test and a math test, and we also have to identifications, and where we have a list of identifications, either breeds, tools, bacteria, and all sorts of other things. And then at state, we have to do a practicum, and it can vary between like restraining an animal, haltering a horse, or a cattle, and then if we place high enough, then they usually do. Last year they didn't do it, but they usually have us do like a little play.
Okay.
and
Awesome.
everything. So.
Yeah. And you're going to are you going to do vet sciences after high school? Is that kind of the direction
yes.
maybe? All right. So is this something you've wanted to do for a long time? Or
Ever since I started showing pigs, I've been wanting to become a veterinarian.
Very cool. What does it take to be a vet? Is it a 4-year degree? What's the pathway?
You have to have an undergraduate. Mm-hmm. And then you have to go, after you graduate your 4-year degree, you have to go into veterinary school for either 4 or 3 years. So it's like a 7-year commitment, essentially, maybe even 8, depending. If I did it, it'd be more like 15, but that's another story. So Madeline, do you know where you're going to go to college next year? OSU.
Okay. I've kind of figured that with the ag thing. I appreciate you, and good luck.
Thank you.
Are you going to be a vet in Northwest Oklahoma? Is that the game plan?
I think.
Okay.
So far, yeah.
Kind of like to be, unless something comes your way you don't know yet, right?
Yeah.
Awesome. Good for you. We're celebrating the FFA, and we're talking with members of the Cherokee FFA today. Joel Parker is our next interview. How are you, Joel?
Good.
Tell me, what are you involved in this year?
Oh, I do shooting clays and CDs, and I do pen of 3.
Excellent. Now, all right, let's start with the shooting clays.
Mm-hmm.
Talk about, are you good at it?
Oh, I'm pretty good. I made a state this year.
Okay. Very cool. But clays, we're talking about shotguns and clays. Some people don't get what y'all do.
Yeah.
What else did you say? Your CDEs? What's your CDE this year?
Oh, I'm doing ag mechanics and environmental and natural resources.
Excellent.
Ag mechanics is just a tool ID and a welding test, and if you do good enough on both those, it's some CDE contest. You get to go weld and make a project and win stuff.
Yeah. And if it's good enough stuff, you get to sell the stuff later.
Yeah.
In the welding part, yeah. Mm-hmm. Are you pretty good at it?
Oh, we made it. We made one. The team I was on, we got to go weld, so we passed the test. And
very cool.
Tool ID.
Very cool. And then you said something else. What's the other thing?
Environmental and natural resources.
What is that?
It is, you go take a test or a tool ID over animals and like some tools and stuff. Mm-hmm. And it's just wildlife animals.
Yeah.
And if you do get in that, then you can win stuff.
I guess you're about winning stuff, aren't you?
Yeah, I guess.
There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. Joel, what else what year are you in this year?
Sophomore.
You're a sophomore. So you got a ways to go. What else are you involved in?
Pen of 3.
Pen of 3. What does that mean?
You buy 3 or 4 stalkers. You buy 4 if you don't want one to die.
Okay.
And you weigh them. You take notes on them, what all you give them, stuff like that. Mm-hmm. Turn them out on wheat or whatever, and you grow them as big as you can get, and you weigh them again, and you get points for how much they gain, and then you take all the notes you've taken over them, you turn them in to a judge, and they judge you on them, see how good you did.
And if you do good, you win stuff.
Yeah, correct.
Right, yeah. It sounds like, so it's basically a miniature range project.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of.
Yeah.
That's very cool. Very neat. Well, Joel, I appreciate you, and come back and see us next year. Okay. All right. What's your office this year? I forgot to ask that part.
Treasurer.
You're the treasurer, so you're buying lunch later, or no?
No.
Dang it. All right. I had to ask. And finally, Gavin Guffey joins us. Gavin, what year are you?
I'm a sophomore this year.
Get right up on that mic. You're a sophomore this year?
Yeah.
What are you involved in the FFA?
I also part of the shooting clays team.
Okay.
CDEs, and I also show pigs.
Very cool. What's your CDEs this year?
I also do environmental natural resources.
Okay. Tell me about the shooting clays. Who's the best shooter of the bunch?
Well, Joel did the best this year. But
okay. All right. But did you come in a close second at least?
Yeah, our team got top 5 at area.
Okay. Excellent. And what else did you say you're doing?
I also show pigs.
You're showing pigs. Tell me about this wine.
Well, I show gilts. I have a cross. I have a cross and a Burke this year.
Do they have names?
No.
Naming them hurts too much at the end of the year, right? So, very cool. Gavin, what else are you involved in?
I raise goats.
Okay. Tell me about how many goats do you have?
About 15 nannies right now.
Okay. And what do you do with goats? See, the one thing I didn't do is goats. I did sheep and cattle. What do you do with the goats? you raise them, fatten them up, sell them, or what happens?
Yeah,
with them?
usually we raise them for a few months. When they get around 50, 60 pounds, then I just bring them to the sale barn.
And make some money.
Yep.
You're not. Joel's about winning stuff. You're about making money on the backside of it, right?
Yeah.
Excellent stuff. Gavin, what are you this year?
I'm the Sentinel.
You're Sentinel. What year in school?
I'm a sophomore.
You're the sophomore. All right, so you're going to be back again this year.
Yeah.
Next year. Excellent stuff. I appreciate you all coming and visit us. They made the trek all the way from Cherokee, and tell everybody back home I said hi, because you're from Byron.
Yep.
You're from my hometown, actually. Well, Kaylee's you're a half mile from where I grew up, so I know his stomping grounds rather well. Tell everybody I said hi, okay?
All right, I will.
Awesome.
Thank you.